Good evening, everybody. This is Dr. Rao. I'm happy to be here with you. We're continuing our series on wellness, one tip a day on wellness. Today is day 35. We're going to talk about stay hydrating. Okay, stay hydrated. We got to be hydrated, and it is very important thing. And many people either overdo it or they don't do much for the hydration, right? So especially when the temperature is pretty bad outside, people are really dehydrated. They can be dehydrated in the winter time too because they're cold, but they don't take much water in there, right? So it's important that we understand what are the implications of getting hydrated and how hydration is such a vital thing in our general health, in our digestion. You need a lot of water for the digestion too, right? And you need for the skin, for the mental function, and so many other functions of the body, right? It's common sense, but then people don't know how to be hydrated. I would suggest that you carry a water bottle with you and monitor how much you are drinking every day, and take some sips of water in between. And maybe you can have a reminder that tells you that you should be drinking water now, you know, and also watch the temperature outside. And if you are sweating, if you are profusely sweating and all that, you need to supplement. But many people don't even sweat, especially elderly. They don't have enough moisture to feel that, right? So you get to check whether they are really thirsty or feeling dizzy or really having their axilla moist or really their tongue gets very, very dry too. There are signs that we do as physicians to check the elderly whether they are hydrated enough or not. Okay. Uh, if you carry a bottle of water, if you carry a reminder with you, if you monitor what you are drinking, and if you pay attention to what is happening outside with the temperature, you should be able to do the water enough for you before you get dehydrated. That's the key. Before you get dehydrated, we should be hydrating. Now the temperature is monstrous, right? Many people are really dehydrated because temperature very high, and with La Nina, El Nina, all these male and female type of temperature fluctuations are making people get dehydrated very easily. So we better understand the importance of the hydration. You know, it has got much to do with your mental function too. So if you dehydrate a little bit, it will affect with your concentration, with your memory, with your um, uh, thinking process, and you can be irritable. You may be off the focus of what you are doing. Even in the meetings, you know, we always advise people to breathe deep as much as possible, and also drink water for sure. Okay, so everywhere, every meeting will provide water for you, so you can do it. Another thing is many people don't consume fruits that have the uh, water in it. That's an excellent source for mineral concentrated water, right? Coconut water or any fruits that have the water in it, you know, that will be very good for you. The watermelon, all the families related to that, they're all very good, right? So take fruits with water, carry water bottle with you, and monitor and really put a reminder system for you, and drink before you get really dehydrated, right? Now, how come this water drinking affects your mental function? That maybe a lot of people don't know. Our whole body has water over 70%. So this water circulating is very important for the blood to move, and blood to not to get thick in viscosity. That means it gets thick. So you want to prevent that. Because the water content in your body is 70%, it is subject to attraction by the moon, just like the sea. Sea has these waves, right? Like that. I'm putting it in a gross way, but still, you can see that we are subject to the gravity, we're subject to the moon attraction, and all that. We noticed a phenomena when I was working in the emergency room. A lot of people who have mood disorders or mental health problems, they got much worse at the time of the full moon, right? So we were expecting a lot of the regulars who were coming for mental health problems. So they came much worse that day, and they came more in numbers. So we noticed that, so especially if you are taking medications, or if you are taking medication that can drain water from you, you better, especially water not even drain from your intravascular, that is inside the blood vessel, to extravascular compartments where it comes as a big swelling of the leg and all that. Then also, even the water is not there, but your effective volume in the blood vessels is not there, so you are dehydrated technically, right? So understand that, and be more careful if you have to take medications, if you have some mood problems and all that. Okay. So how that affects the memory and cognition and imagination creation is apparent, because the water goes down, the first thing, the brain function is not going to be proper. Okay. Skin, digestive systems, cardiovascular, all these need water too, but then they're rather less severe compared to what can happen to your brain function. So stay hydrated to function well, and to really get the advantage of situation. Because if you are taking an exam, or if you are taking a meeting where you have to speak, it's better to be hydrated. So today's tip of stay hydrated is not a casual thing, it's an important thing. And if you have any questions about that, either medically or yoga wise, how people keep themselves completely hydrated. Even the yogis, what they used to do, they used to carry what is called a kamandalam, which has got more like a kettle appearance, right? And it is made of brass, so they were able to carry it anywhere. Even if it falls on the floor, it doesn't break. And it's good to drink out of copper pots. That's why they used to do. And then they were carrying only a kamandalam. It's kind of armrest that they can put on the arm, and they sit down on the meditation. On the other hand, they had this a pot that made of copper, that's like a kettle, and they have water in it, and they will be drinking water on and out, but they'll be doing more breathing exercises. Pranayama actually is not just the breathing, but it is the vital power, vital force. They kind of conserve more, and these two things that really saved them: drinking water and then doing this pranayama. Okay. So you can survive without food for several days, but you cannot survive without air, without water, right? So it is that important. Modern times, what has become, they are drinking a lot of these protein diets, protein drinks. They are not really advisable, because they have caffeine in it, and it's like another drug too. The caffeine kind of suppresses the arousal system, and you will not be able to sleep well. If you don't drink any coffee, any stimulants like that, you will have a much better restful sleep, which restores you back. So you better always think about that. Okay, drink plain water, or you can have something salt or some lemon, something like that. I would recommend that. But you can also use some mild minerals that you can put in there. but not this fancy. They're trying to sell you a lot of drinks with a lot of additives that are not good for you in the long run. But then you kind of take them because everybody is drinking them. You don't have to spend that much time. Plain pure water, maybe bottled water or filtered water in many places is much better. Okay. And also consume vegetables and fruits that have a lot of water in it. And also how you cook is also important. If you allow the water to really conserve, then it's a much better way of eating the fruits and vegetables too. It's better to eat them as much raw as possible, but especially the ones that have water in it, they are pretty good. Okay. Do that, and hopefully you will be remembering to stay hydrated. And I will see you back again tomorrow with another tip and wellness. Thank you.
Here. And glad to be your representative as well. If there's anything that you think the app can do better for you that would help in what you're trying to achieve, love to hear from that. And if you need a little guidance on where the videos are, where you're unsure about how to check the number of vibes you have, come on up here. I'd love to maybe help you out with that so that you can try to understand the app just a little bit better. This is a live broadcast that you're able to jump into by hitting the microphone plus sign, and we'll have you up here to talk about how I can help you in your journey here on your So, talking about spending the vibes, how it is that you can spend vibes in a way that externally motivate.